also like London as a city, it is very. I started applying when I finished my undergrad. In India, it is very like applying for IRP was a big deal. Euros, like that is the bare minimum that you will spend in a month. Like if you're coming for masters, so the undergrad marks are important. After I got a conditional offer, I gave my IELTS exam and then I uploaded that, and because there are a lot of jobs available for everybody.
So masters or undergrad?
That I would say is pretty less here. It is so the graduate role basically means nobody was hiring, there was hiring freeze and everything, but and from October onwards they open up the graduate role. So I applied in October, I applied in March. I primarily focused on, and I got a job by July, and by October I got 2 offers. Like we are open to sponsorship, but we won't pay for you. As a master student, you get 2 years of sponsorship. So you can go to Student in Ireland page and you can send questions, whatever you want to ask me, and I will respond to them.
अब बाकी मेरा चैनल सब्सक्राइब कर दो, ठीक है?
Please subscribe.
ये Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. आज है 24 जुलाई और अभी मैं साना दीदी के साथ वीडियो बना रहा हूँ. इन्होंने मास्टर्स किया था, ऐसे होते खुद बता देंगे थे. तो साना दीदी, could you tell us more about yourself?
Yes, sure, why not? So I am Sanya Mehra and I'm from Delhi, India, and I came to Ireland in 2020, right when the COVID pandemic hit. So my experience is going to be a little different in that sense, because I came like when there was a lockdown for 6-7 months, and it was quite horrible in the beginning, but I would say like it was a good experience overall, and yeah.
So why did you choose Trinity as your post-graduation destination?
So my primary reason that I chose Trinity was because it has a very big brand name, and like I always wanted to go to UK, but the colleges in UK were a little too expensive if we consider in that sense, and also like London as a city, it is very unpredictable because they change their rules very often. So that's when I heard of like a place called Ireland. I never knew Ireland before. I never knew about Trinity. There's Trinity in Ireland, but then eventually that was a blessing in disguise, and I would say it was like one of my best decisions to come here, because the MSc Finance here is rated 27th overall in the world. And in general, like Trinity is also under top 100 colleges in the world. So yeah, that was the main reason.
So as an international student, what were your first impressions about Trinity and Ireland?
So like I said, it was a 2020 batch, so like everything was online for me, but yeah, the Trinity people, they helped me a lot in that sense, because when I came here I had to apply for my IRP, which is basically your entry to Ireland. Like if you're staying here, you have to get your IRP done, so they helped me throughout that. Then they also helped us in our online classes. They made sure that we are all well, so it was overall a very good experience in that sense.
Nice. So did you come directly after your graduation finished, or like you took a break and worked somewhere else?
So basically I started applying when I finished my undergrad, so that was a little late that time. So I was actually looking for my options, and eventually I applied in October 2019. मेरा मतलब undergrad was over at that point, but I was doing some internships so that I gained some experience, and then I came in 2020 after that.
So you have seen both Indian education system and Irish education system.
Yeah.
So what were the major similarities or differences you have seen in both the systems?
So I would say like in India, it is very like bookish. You have to like you have to go by the book. You have like basically they tell you what to do, where to study from. In Ireland, like we were a little confused in the beginning because we had to do everything on our own. There was not a particular subject book that you have to take up or see or you can refer to. It is basically like the whole universe is yours, so you have to find out what you want to learn and it was more about the learning. And in my case, again, because 2020, so we didn't had a lot of exams. We basically had to do a lot of assignments. So that here is a very good part, I would say, because they give you assignments and then you have to do your research, and during that process you learn a lot. So that was a big difference in India and Ireland. So.
And what were some of the difficulties you faced as an international student? Like COVID, obviously, but apart from COVID?
Apart from that, I would say like applying for IRP was a big deal because there are not too many appointments available, and the IRP comes a little late and stuff like that. Then again, like adapting to the city in the beginning was tough because the weather is really bad in winters, so you feel a little depressed during that time, and it's usually like 3:30 ko raat ho jati hai, so you have to adapt to those things. And I think like before coming here, I did not understand the point that weather can play a very major role, but yeah, that was something like to consider before coming.
So how did Trinity College help to adapt to Irish education system and culture and overall?
Yeah, so the societies actually help a lot. So there was a Indian society, of course. So they helped me in the sense to adapt, like to embrace my own culture in Ireland. Firstly, then there was like my professors were very helpful in that sense because you can do one-on-ones with them. You can bring up any conversation you want, and if you are dealing with any issues, they actually take the time out to solve them. So it's pretty good in that sense, and I would suggest to join the societies because it plays a big role, especially Indian society.
Yes. So as a master's student, how did you handle your expenses while studying in Ireland?
Yeah, good question, but I would say like I'll give two perspectives to it because I was 2020 batch. I did not go out that much because there was widespread lockdown. So I actually saved money in that sense, and I'm very happy about that. But in general, if you're coming here and you're a student, then I would say like it would range something from 500 to 600 euros. Like that is the bare minimum that you will spend in a month. But it can go up till 800, 900, and there is no way to like you nahi bacha sakte hain paise. Basically you just have to cut down on expenses like alcohol and stuff. Don't drink in clubs because it's useless. Just do pre-booze and then go. But waise in general, I don't know, like ordering in everything will be costly here because Ireland in general is like very, very expensive. So yeah.
So you're a master's student in Trinity College. So can you tell more about the application process and how did you apply and when did you get selected for your course?
Yeah, sure. So I applied through an agent, but basically I did all of my research on my own, and I did everything on my own in the sense that there was an application form. So you basically fill that application form. Then you have to upload certain documents, which is your SOP, basically describing whatever you have done till now, what all internships you have done, or whatever. Like basically put everything on that SOP because it's very important. Then you have to upload your IELTS marks, and the IELTS marks for Trinity should be above 7. Then I would say if you're coming for masters, so the undergrad marks are important as they have for MSc Finance 60%, but I would say a 7 GPA is a plus definitely because right now like MSc in Finance is like the major thing in Ireland, and it would be really helpful if you have like a good CGPA score. So yeah.
And after applying, how much time did the college take to give you the final offer?
So I applied in October, and I have one suggestion. Basically, you should apply as early as possible for finance courses, as it fills up in November. Like it starts in October, and they actually tell us that November everything is filled. So they replied to me in the November first week. So I remember clearly it was 1 month. It took me 1 month, but like it was a conditional offer because I did not give my IELTS at that point. After I got a conditional offer, I gave my IELTS exam, and then I uploaded that, and then again it took me like 3 weeks. And in December I knew like I'm coming.
So after completing your postgrad studies, you found a job in Ireland. Can you tell us more about how did you apply and what all job opportunities are available in your field of study, that is MSc Finance?
Yeah, so I would say like Dublin is the hub for finance. So whoever is coming for finance, please don't take any tension because there are a lot of jobs available for everybody.
For masters or undergrad?
For masters, undergrad, both I would say. Like undergrad, if you are doing, then like the thing is that undergrad and masters here is considered on the same level because the undergrad students have been here for 4 years and the master students are here for 1 year. So in case you have no experience, then they consider you in the same pool, same level as them. So it's the same for both undergrad and masters. So the type of jobs are good in the sense that if you are looking for accounting background, there are plenty of accounting jobs here because Ireland actually has like 51-52% funds of the world. So there are a lot of finance jobs in that sense. But like if you're looking for niche market like investment analyst or portfolio analyst or something like that, that I would say is pretty less here. It is like back-end jobs are plenty, but if you are looking for consulting jobs or investment analyst jobs or trading desk jobs, that are really less here. So you have to be exceptionally good in that, or you can take the big four route from a graduate role. So the graduate role basically means that you don't have much experience and you apply for that, and with 0 to 2 years of experience you can get that course, and there are fields like consulting or audit, assurance, things like that, and you can apply for any of the above role, and it is easier to get into these types of roles.
So the graduate role is same for both undergrads and postgrads?
Yes, so whoever who has little experience from 0 to 2 to 3 years, it is the same for undergraduates and master students, as the basic criteria is basically that you don't have a lot of experience and you're applying for this job. So it is good, it's a plus for people.
So does doing undergrad gives you an edge over others?
From Ireland?
Ireland. Like when you compare an undergrad student and a postgrad student? Is there any partiality for undergrad students, like they look at their CV at first and something like that?
No, I wouldn't say that. It's more about the profiling. So if an undergrad student has a better profile, then it would be definitely better from a master student. But the only negative about a master student is that even though you are a master student and you are a level higher from undergraduates, you will be considered on the same level, primarily on the basis that they have been here for 4 years, they know how the market works, they might have experience here, so that is like a plus for them.
Okay. So can you tell us more about your job hunt and how did you start applying and what all procedure did you follow?
Yeah, so the 2020 batch was a little bad, but I also applied for a lot of graduate roles. Unfortunately, I couldn't get anything, and neither did my anybody from my batch did. Basically, because like at that point, nobody was hiring. There was hiring freeze and everything. But so if you are applying for graduate roles for master students, I know it is pretty early, but as soon as you land into the country, you have to try like build up your CV, and from October onwards, they open up the graduate roles. And you have to start applying for those, because otherwise they close all of it in November, and then you won't be able to apply for it. Then you have to wait for almost 6 months and apply in March. So I applied in October, I applied in March for the graduate roles, and for the entry level roles I started applying from April onwards. So there I found my luck. The graduate roles weren't for me, but when I started applying for entry level jobs, I primarily focused on LinkedIn. It is the best, honestly. Like people respond to you, you try to connect with a lot of people. You just randomly message people on LinkedIn, and they are very responsive here. So LinkedIn ke through job hunt is a must, I would say. So I applied beginning April, and I applied from April onwards, and I got a job by July. But that job was part-time in Donegal. It was a finance associate job. No, it was a different company based in Donegal. So I had to go to Donegal basically, so which I did not want, and plus it was a part-time job, so I took up at that point of time. But then I kept applying for entry-level jobs, and by October I got 2 offers from different company, from my original company that I'm working in right now, and from another. So like in that sense, I would say like finding a job here is not a big deal. You just have to be very patient, because you complete your masters in July, so you have to give yourself 6 months, I would say.
What's the scene of sponsorship? Like, do they give you sponsorship after you complete your, like, yours is an entry level role?
Yeah.
So I think they must be providing you sponsorship and everything.
So yes, like it is different for different companies, but for my company, they are like, we will provide, like we are open to sponsorship, but we won't pay for you, and neither will we apply. So basically, सब अपना अपना देख लो वैसा वाला scene है. हाँ, सब वैसा ही है. And I was okay with it because as long as I'm able to work there, it is fine by me. तो €1,000, like 1,000 euro is the fees for it. You apply for your stamp 1 visa, and once
it's stamp 1G.
It's stamp 1.
Stamp 1.
Yeah.
What's the difference between stamp 1 and stamp 1G?
Yes. So as a master student, you get 2 years of sponsorship. Basically, you can sponsor yourself. You don't need the company to sponsor you. So stamp 1G is what you apply for after your stamp 2. Stamp 2 is your student visa. So after your student visa, you get stamp 1G for 2 years. Every year you have to apply for that, and it costs €300. So I applied that for 2 years, but now after completing 2 years, I need sponsorship from my company. So that's when stamp 1 is applied. Stamp 1 is basically your work permit for 2 years again. And once you apply, like the fees is 1,000. The 1,000 fees is for 2 years in total. But then after that, you have to apply for your card, the IRP card, that is stamp 1. So that is overall 1,300 you have to pay.
You came the year COVID started.
Yeah.
What were your expectations before coming to Ireland and after coming to Ireland? Like when you must have started looking for like colleges and everything.
Yeah.
You must have had different expectations from Trinity.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before coming, I actually thought that I am going like for my education abroad, so it will be really fun, and I will join different societies. It will be exciting for me to meet new people. There will be events. Then I will go to class. Like basically, that was a dream which didn't happen eventually. We just got to go for like 4 classes, and that was it. But nevertheless, it was fine because like the exams were also not that tough, so I would say it was fine. But like before going, I wanted to explore the city more, like be a part of that culture and make more like friends from all across the world. But the good part was, so before coming, I did not know that student accommodations play a very big role, and I would say it was a savior for me because I did not get the campus life that much, but because I was living in a student accommodation, I was genuinely saved because a lot of people were here stuck with me, and we used to like spend time together. We all used to study in the study room, chill together. We could not go out that much, so we had like a common space to share, and I met a few people who I would cherish for life. So yeah, that was good.
Okay. So what was your most memorable experience as a master student in Trinity? Though you were a co-ed student, but still.
Yeah. So after my masters, I experienced the best time. I was actually lucky to get the campus life after that. So like the holi that the Indian society organized was actually amazing. Like he was also a part of it. So I would say like that was the most memorable part. So during that COVID period, we could not go out and we could not do much. But like the Trinity society actually helped in that sense that they actually did events during the COVID time also. Like they asked us to make videos. So that was something like that was interesting, and it kept us going. So yeah. So the Indian society is a must, guys.
So my last question is, what advice would you like to give to incoming master students in Trinity? Not specifically Trinity, but in Ireland.
The advice I would give is basically consider your options. Don't be close-minded. When you are coming here, you will experience different kind of people, different things. One thing that I would really like focus on is, please guys, go for a student accommodation. Don't take flats in the beginning, because that will really help you make friends. Then you really have to be out there when you are in Ireland. And the winter thing is real, so please pack good clothes and have a warm jacket that you can carry with yourself. And for all the Indian students, please carry cooker, so that's important.
तो थैंक यू साना दीदी. अगर किसी को आपसे डाउट्स पूछना है तो कैसे पूछ सकता है?
So you can go to Student in Ireland page and you can send questions whatever you want to ask me, and I will respond to them.
तो वहाँ पे दीदी का यूनिकॉर्न के नीचे दीदी का नाम आएगा, फोटो होगी, उस पर क्लिक करना, क्वेश्चन फॉर्म होएगा, दीदी के सारे इंटर्नशिप्स वगैरह सब लिखे होंगी, तो क्वेश्चन जो भी होगा इनसे पूछ लेना. अब बाकी मेरा चैनल सब्सक्राइब कर दो, ठीक है?
Please subscribe.
ये